on the No Chill Gilbert podcast or whatever. I think it was an interesting story. And the conversation was money versus rings. Money versus rings. Now, if you get a chance to be Jordan or Steph or LeBron or Kobe or Shaq, when you're just a superstar, you get a chance to have the money and the ring. You get best of both worlds. You get the pretty girl with the nice body. You get all of it. You get your cake and you eat it too. But there's a small percentage of guys who get to have the cake and eat it too. There's a small percentage of guys who can say, I made a boatload of money, I made generational wealth, and I'm a champion. Very few. Even though the NBA is still guaranteed contracts, like LeBron's a billionaire, right? Jordan's a billionaire. Shaq hasn't spent an NBA check in his career. He has all the endorsement. Like, there's certain players. Steph Curry will make money hand over fist till the day that he dies. His kids, good. But everybody ain't able. You don't get a chance to have the pocket full of cash and the bling. So the conversation came about of money versus rings. Do you take less money to become a champion? I, for one, personally, Jesse Holley, some may call me a money-hungry garden tool, and that's okay. But to Gilbert Arenas' point is, Gilbert Arenas said, I'm always going to choose the bag over the ring. And his point was, he said, I know dudes right now, who are champions, who trying to sell their damn ring. Who are world champions, got the bling bling, but because they short on cash, they trying to sell their ring. Gilbert Arenas said, I made $171 million in my time in the league. And someone asked him, would you have taken $120 million in a ring, or would you still have said, give me my $170 million? Gilbert Arenas said, there's no way in the world I'm leaving $50 million on the table for a ring. And that's a good point. Because if you're not the star, that ring can only go so much. Like, I use the Cowboys for example. There's a bunch of Cowboys who were a part of those Super Bowl winning teams. You only hear about Michael, Emmett, Troy. You hear about the triplets. I work with Nate Newton, who was a part of all three of those championships. You don't hear about Nate? Now, Nate can probably still go and make a little bit of bread here and there. But the people who make the bread, like the bread from the ring, Michael, Troy, Emmett, they go get the $50,000 autograph signings. They go get the $100,000 jersey signing appearance fees. Not everybody else. Big Cat don't get that. Nate don't get that. Alvin Harper don't get that. There's a bunch of players who are a part of that legacy. Jimmy Johnson might get it. That's about it. I'm sure those guys have said, man, I appreciate the ring. I'd much rather have the bread. And then Steven Jackson, I shouldn't even mention his name. Don't listen to anything he has to say. He's talking about, like, if you really from the hood and you ain't really came from nothing, and you got a difference between $50 million and $100 million, but $100 million don't come without a ring. Give me the $50 million with the ring. Because I come from nothing, so $50 million feel like $300 million. No, it doesn't. You know what feels like $300 million, Steven Jackson? $300 million. $50 million don't feel like $300 million. Sorry. $300 million feels like $300 million. $50 million feels like $50 million. And if I can have $50 million on a ring or $300 and no ring, give me the $300. I'll make a ring. Because honestly, unless you're the star, nobody really cares about that you want a ring. They don't. I am forever a a North Carolina national champion. Forever. I am forever a national champion. They talk about Raymond Felton. They talk about Sean May. They talk about, that's probably about it. They don't talk about me. But I'm a champion. And I'm cool with that. But everybody doesn't get a chance to eat off that. If we went back and did, in 2025, it'll be the 20-year anniversary of us winning a national championship. When we go back and they have whatever the deals are, will I get a seat at the table? Probably. Maybe. But my number won't be the same as Raymond Felton's number. What they gonna pay him and what they gonna pay me ain't gonna be the same. Both champions. I take the money. And if there's anyone ever listening, take the money. You can cry in the Bugatti. Take the money. Championships are great. They're amazing. But if you're not the star or the co-star or part of the triplet of the stars, no one cares about you anymore. Get that bread. Like Robert Horry has the most rings in like modern day. Nobody cares about Robert Horry. Like he's Robert Horry. He gets talked about, yada yada yada. But Gilbert Arenas is more popular than Robert Horry right now, and he has no rings. I don't even think Gilbert Arenas ever even played in the finals. And if you set up a signing autograph booth just in a random place, more people would probably come and want pictures with Gilbert Arenas than they would with Robert Horry. And I'm sure Gilbert Arenas has made far much more money than Robert Horry. But he got them rings. He got them rings. Gilbert made $171 million. He's going to take that every single day. Take the money. Always. If it's good money. I'm not saying all money ain't good money, but if it's legal money, don't worry about a ring. Get the bag. And then once you bag up, once you secured the bag and you got generational wealth, if you secured $100 million, $200 million, then you go chase a ring. But if you were that fringe player, man, go get that money. You can always chase a ring. Can always get that bag. I always take vet minimum to go chase a ring somewhere. Go get that bag, man. Always get the bag. Always. Never not get the bag.